Welcome to Edina, a program about the people, places, and activities all in the city of Edina. I'm your host, Lillian McDonald. We bring you this broadcast from the Microsoft Technology Center in Edina. And joining us first, Tim Floyd, Director of Microsoft Technology Center. Thanks so much for joining us on
Welcome.
Edina.
We're very glad to have you here.
Thanks so much for letting us be here in your fabulous facility.
We're real proud of it.
This is the Envisioning Center that we're in, right? This is where dreams come true.
This is the Envisioning Center where we're filming right now. Exactly.
Wow, this is great. So this is really MTC, Microsoft Technology Center here in Edina. I should ask, why Edina?
Why Edina? When we were working to build the Technology Center and make this significant investment, we were looking around the area and trying to find the place that we thought would be the absolute best location for our customers. Edina really struck us, and especially the Centennial Lakes Park here where we've located was what we concluded was the best choice. We had great proximity to the airport, we had good visibility, it was easy to get to, and most importantly for me, who I'm mostly concerned about the experience my customers have when they come here. I knew that when they came here that we had great proximity to restaurants, hotels, amenities, so that the experience of coming here would be really good. So
and a nice place to stay. Some of your customers stay here for several weeks to work on projects.
That's exactly right. Some of our customers will come in for just a day or two, but others will come for weeks at a time. And if you're going to be stuck someplace for several weeks, you want it to be a really nice location.
Okay.
So
that's why we're here in Edina.
This corridor here is just a fantastic place to have the MTC, and we're thrilled to be here.
Now let's talk about a Microsoft Technology Center, the MTC that you referred to. You've got lots of space here, but
Yes.
What's inside for those who might not be doing business here but drive by every day?
Oh, what's inside? Well, we have a lot of places where we do our work because we run a lot of different types of engagements here. As its name would imply, we have a significant amount of technology on hand here that we use exclusively for our work in the Technology Center. So that's pretty much what we have here.
So anything you want, because you're here to
Yes.
basically work with customers to help them visualize what it is they want to improve their business. And you say it's all about velocity.
Yes, it's about velocity. When customers are really trying to figure out what to do, there's a great advantage for them if they can come to a solution that exactly meets their business needs. If they can come to that solution quickly, get it built, get it deployed, and start getting the advantages from it, that's a huge thing for them. But there are a lot of challenges of trying to do that on their own because sometimes they won't have access to the expertise, they won't have access to the technology, they won't have the ability to build it on their own very quickly. So by using the MTC, we help them get to a solution very, very quickly, sometimes in weeks, what would normally take them months or even a year working on their own, in their own environment.
And you start with this set right here.
We start with this set.
You basically use this set to
Yes.
help them create, right?
To help them create, to envision. We call this the Envisioning Center. And that's because we bring our customers in here and show them in this environment where we simulate real work environments, whether it's a home office, a coffee shop, the office in London, all the different kinds of work scenarios that our customers could find themselves in. We demonstrate software solutions working and solving real business problems. And often what happens is our customers will sit here and watch that, and a light will go on and they'll go, yes, that right there. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I need. Help us get that. And once we zero in on that, then we can keep doing the things that we do to help them get to that quickly.
Well, and the things are big. I mean, you design
Correct.
the framework that makes that idea a reality.
Yes.
Then you build it.
Then we have the potential to build it here and build a prototype or a proof of concept workshop where we get most of the solution working so that the customers can take it back to their leadership and say, see, here it is.
Here it is.
Here it is. It works. It's real. And we can do it.
And we can have it.
Yeah, and we can have it and we can do it. That's another thing that, the proof of concept workshop does. Everybody believes somebody can build it, but they're not always sure they can build it and manage it and run it. And so the proof of concept workshops help them understand that they have the skills and they can acquire the skills to build it, own it, operate it, and get the value out of it. So,
and that's a big deal. And sometimes getting away from the office and coming to a center like this gives you an opportunity to focus.
Yes, getting away from the office to do the work, it's focusing, but it also gives them access to the expertise that we have here. I have a team of architects, all of whom are highly specialized. So the nice thing is when we need a piece of expertise on a particular area, we can just bring that person in, have them apply their knowledge to the project, and we just keep on moving. So we get a lot of work done here very fast.
It sounds like big business, but really you work with all sizes.
We work with all sizes of business, a broad range of businesses, from what we would call small and mid-sized businesses up to the largest customers with names that everybody in Minneapolis would recognize. So.
And a core focus of the work that you do here is giving back to the community as well.
That's one of our major emphases here, and it's a very important thing to me as the director of the center. We don't want the Microsoft Technology Center simply to be a business place. We all live here. We have 300 employees from Microsoft in the Twin Cities area. This is our home, and we want the Microsoft Technology Center to be an asset to the community, which is why we also spend a lot of time in the Microsoft Technology Center helping non-governmental groups, charities, schools. We'll have young people's groups in here all the time, helping them build their technology skill sets and their technology awareness. So we just want to be a good citizen here in Edina.
Tim Floyd, Director of the Microsoft Technology Center right here in Edina.
Right here in Edina.
Thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you.
The City of Edina is ahead of the curve with their technology system. Joining us to talk about information technology is the director of the IT program for the city. Welcome very much, Matt Sisterman.
Thanks
for joining us. We appreciate it.
We do.
So IT, it's a big job. And recently, as soon as last year, there was actually a merger of the public safety systems with the city systems. That's a huge undertaking.
Correct.
Why did that happen?
Well, when I started with the city 8 years ago, the technology that was used by the police department, for good reason, was very different than the technology used in the rest of the city and the rest of the city's operations. Over the years, as technology has become more prevalent and predominant just about everywhere in the world, the need for the police IT and city IT to collaborate increased exponentially, and we found ourselves overlapping duties more often than not. And ultimately, after a number of talks with the police chief and the city manager, it became apparent that we should move forward with one IT department under one umbrella that
services everybody.
Services everybody and benefits not only us in managing technology, but benefits all the city staff and public safety officers and officials with expanded support.
Sure, absolutely. It makes it more efficient.
Yep.
And there's actually a savings that we're realizing too with the changing technology and the improving technology and the merger. We're actually seeing a savings. Our work is more efficient.
Yep. That's
now,
the goal.
when you are actually looking at this merger, which is in place now, you're actually also looking ahead and improving and expanding the technology in the city to make it even more efficient through fiber optics.
Correct.
How do you do that?
Well, fiber optics is basically cable that is buried underground that uses light to transmit data instead of copper wire.
Wow, that makes it a lot faster, the speed of light.
It is, technically, yeah. Yep. And it allows us to process not only information faster, but more of it at once. So, for example, when you go to the golf course and you purchase a patron card, or you go to the grill and you want to swipe your credit card, that information is now processed at the speed of light back to City Hall, out to the internet, and everything is kept secure, quick and easy.
Really easy. And it's also safe. You also, through the IT department, make sure everything is encrypted and solid safe. How do you do that through the system? What kind of work is involved there?
Well, there's a lot of work that goes into that, and I won't bore you with a lot of geek
Technology
talk.
geek
Sure,
talk, thanks.
Sure. But no, that's always the challenge. The challenge is providing access to information that residents and city staff need while making sure that someone that has malicious intentions isn't able to get in and get at things that they potentially shouldn't. So,
and there are many layers in that system.
Many layers.
Especially for a government.
Yep. We have firewalls, access lists, a number of security protocols in place, and it's a challenge. And you know, the bad guys are always sharpening their skills as well. So we need to stay equally, if not more so, sharp.
And you have a staff of what, five
Correct.
folks?
Including myself. Yep.
Servicing all of the city functions, all of the departments. That means all of the data, all of the software, all the PCs and systems?
Correct.
Wow, that's a lot of work. How do you keep up with that?
It is. I have been very, very, very fortunate in getting a staff that not only works well together, but actually has a passion and a desire to learn and improve their skills and stay on top of the stuff even while at home. So,
is the city's function interactive then with other local systems or even state systems? Or is it pretty much just locked down here in the city of Edina?
No, we are actually a member of a government consortium called LOGIS, which stands for Local Government Information Systems. Okay. They do provide a number of applications that we use for our utility billing departments, finance departments, and so on. Through them, we're actually connected directly to the state. We also just recently have started dispatching for Golden Valley's police department as well.
All right, so once again, public safety system at the local level,
Yep.
also tied intergovernmentally all the
Correct.
way to the state level.
Yep.
Wonderful. That's the beauty of technology too.
Yep.
You've got systems that work worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everything's backed up, right?
Correct.
That's a lesson I learned in my own
Correct.
home PC. Always back everything up.
No, and even with the best precautions taken, we have needed to use it, and it's saved us. So.
Wonderful. Matt, thanks so much for bringing us IT expertise and a future of technology here in the city.
You're welcome. It's exciting.
Technology helps keep our students, teachers, parents, and the community connected. Joining us to tell us how, Edina Public Schools Director of Media and Technology Services, Steve Buettner. Welcome to Edina.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much for joining us. You are always looking at how to improve technology for our students in particular so that we can improve learning. And you've recently conducted a survey, kind of a look back at technology and a vision as to how we can move technology forward to help everyone. What have you learned?
Well, I've learned that technology is always changing. That's one of the things that I can take to the bank in my job. And we need to really make sure that we're aligned with our district's mission and goal, making sure that we're looking at like some of the latest technology. So what I did is looked at our stakeholders and brought in as many people as I could to help us define what do we value in the district and how's technology going to get us there.
Wow, and that's a giant survey because everybody has different opinions about technology. We're all at kind of different levels of learning to use the technology. I remember, students would go to a computer classroom. Now they take it with them in a backpack.
That was one of the fun things about this process was just enlightening everybody about the change of technology. Exactly what you said. We used to have these computer labs. Now with technology getting small and the internet and wireless internet, that technology actually just goes with the student. Things like tablets and smartphones enable our teachers and students to be learning anywhere, anytime.
And it's taken a while for people to kind of get the learning curve underneath them, but parents are really benefiting too by more communication with teachers.
Absolutely. One of our goals in this technology plan was to engage our community in a partnership for learning. And that really means how do we provide those parents with information and access to their teachers so they can email or video conference even. Also, what information do they need to make informed decisions about their child's education? Mm-hmm. And also using things like the telephone to keep them up to date on events.
The good old-fashioned
exactly
telephone,
right. Technology is still available.
You broke down the learnings and the findings of the survey of your stakeholders into 4 goal areas. Let's talk about them one at a time. First of all, a passion for learning.
Absolutely. We feel that it's critical that we equip and support our students with technology so that they get the knowledge they need, but also the passion to continue learning when they leave our school and the skills they need. We call them the 21st century skills. Those skills are like collaboration, communication, and we feel that those are the skills that our students are going to be passionate about and using their own technology. So they can bring in their own computer or an iPad or a tablet to learn both in school and when they're at home.
Yeah, they're not taboo tools. They're a part of the learning process. Now, empowering teachers, you've got to obviously empower them to use technology in their classrooms.
One of our greatest assets is our teachers and our education. And it's critical that we provide them the tools, the digital tools we call them, in order to be successful. Things like interactive whiteboards, computers, the internet, so they get the information. But more importantly, that we provide them the staff development so that they can utilize those tools. And then also provide a window for innovation. As we talked about with the change, how do we ensure that the change and the technology evolution is being applied appropriately in our classrooms?
And that takes community power, and that's actually the third goal. How do you engage community partnerships to make it all happen?
Our parents, just like our students and our teachers, are inundated with the passwords and websites and information. So it's critical as a district that we provide them a simple outlet, web outlet, where they can get information to make informed decisions.
And quickly, too, because there's a lot to learn, and because technology is always evolving, it's not like learning a new software all the time. It's plugging into existing systems and making it grow.
That's a great point. One of the things we heard from our parents is, provide us some guidance on this technology and what's appropriate with our children, what's appropriate for homework and technology use. And so one of the things going forward will really help educate those parents as well as our teachers and students on when is technology right and when is our traditional media and traditional teaching right.
And of course, lastly, the fourth goal in the learning of this stakeholder survey was to demonstrate that excellence.
Yeah, Edina is known for its excellence in education, and one of my goals and one of our department's goals is just to demonstrate that excellence in how we provide the tools to our students and our teachers, but also how do we support them, how do we provide them help when they need it, and really be efficient and effective. So one of the things is, how do we make sure that the investment the community has is really bringing a big return on it? We understand that the community supports Edina Public Schools and technology. We want to make sure that we're a good value on that investment.
Mm-hmm. Nice work, Steve. The survey is very interesting. The goals, lofty but appropriate for this day and age, and of course evolving every day, just like technology.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for joining us on
Thank you.
Edina. An exciting opportunity to try your technology skills on for size, especially if you're a young person, is robotics. And joining us to talk about Edina's robotics program, Emily Benson and Emily Condiff. Welcome.
Thank you.
The Green Machine, how exciting.
Yeah.
So you represent Edina's robotics team. Sophomores through seniors can be a part of the program,
That's
right?
correct.
You're both seniors at Edina.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you competed recently in a regional competition with a robotics that you created. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, at the regional, there are 60 teams there. And how the competition runs is you're on an alliance of 3 teams, and then you go head-to-head in a bracket-style elimination. And we made it to the semifinals this year, so we're very proud of that.
Congratulations. Now, Edina's program is fairly new, is it not, by standards of robotics these days?
Well, this is our 6th season, and it's the 20th year of the program, so we're fairly new in terms of the program, but actually in Minnesota, we're the oldest team in the state.
Wow. Now, Emily, how does this all get started? As I understand it, they basically, before the competition, hand you a box of gear and say, make a machine.
Yeah, in early January, all the teams come together and hear what our competition game is going to be for the year. And also on that day, we do get a kit of parts to go build our robot. And then we start brainstorming with the entire team and then starting working on designing and building the robot.
Now, we're talking about 30 people involved in your team. Emily, how do you organize 30 people to build a robotics?
Well, how it works is I'm the captain this year, and I have a co-captain who unfortunately couldn't be here this morning. And then we break off into sub-teams. And so we have the build sub-team that builds the robot, the CAD sub-team, which stands for computer-aided design, that does 3D models of different parts and stuff like that that we might need. The programming sub-team that helps tell the robot how to run, and then we have the facilities that helps build practice field elements and our crate for shipping, and an animation sub-team as well.
Wow, that's huge. And then you bring it all together and you regionally compete. And this year's competition was in St. Louis, right?
The championships are in St. Louis this year. We competed in regionals in Duluth, which was a new regional this year.
Wow.
And also at the University of Minnesota.
Wow, that's fantastic. And then you ended up in St. Louis, right, for
Yes.
the championships. And so now this is an annual competition, right? And there's several opportunities to compete throughout the year. But you're seniors this year at Edina, but the green machine doesn't stop.
Oh,
you
no.
keep right on going like any other robotic system, right?
Yeah.
And you're helping over the summer get others involved.
Yep.
How do you do that, Emily?
Well, this year we are running a Girl Scout camp for technology and robotics to get young people interested in careers in science and technology. And we're also considering running a robotics day camp as well for students in the Edina school system.
Wow, that's great. So if you're an Edina sophomore through senior, you can get involved in a robotics program. Really, I mean, if you're brand new to the whole idea, can you just jump in and get started?
Yes.
Or do you really have to know something to get started?
No. Many of our team mentors will tell you that I knew absolutely nothing when I started, and that is completely true. And then I ended up being captain.
Wow.
One of the main features of this program is you work with mentors who are in industry. We have mentors from Dow, Seagate, Graco, and they all work with us to teach us what they actually do in their careers.
In the real live world. That's
Yeah.
great. What a great way to have fun, learn something, and apply it to the working world, which is great for learning and for your futures,
Yeah.
both of you. So impressed in your program. What did you get the most out of the program, Emily?
For me, it was really learning how to deal with a challenge under a lot of pressure because we only have 6 weeks to design and build a robot. And so in order to do that, we're really busy and there's a lot going on. And so I really like how fun it is just to get to know the people on the team while working on solving a problem. I've really learned a lot.
So, Emily, where can we learn more about your robotics program?
You can learn more about our robotics program at EdinaRobotics.com. That's our team
Wonderful.
website.
Ladies, thank you very much. Congratulations on your competition. Good luck at college next year.
Thank you.
With technology bringing us information at the speed of light, it can be challenging to keep up on the news around Edina. But changing that is a new media publication called The Patch. And joining us to talk about it, local editor Ryan Gauthier. Welcome to Edina.
Thank you for having me.
Wow,
it's a pleasure.
This is fantastic. This is basically news online all about Edina, right?
Correct. Yeah, constantly updated, multiple times a day. Yeah, just a little bit of everything. It's a great mix.
So this is essentially you're the editor,
Correct.
and the reporter, and the photographer.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
But you don't-
And I manage as well.
But you don't do this just in a vacuum. I mean, you're fighting stories, news, sports, government, everything counts, all focused on the city of Edina.
Correct. Yeah, anything Edina related we're covering. I mean, schools, sports, city government, everything.
And you're just like any other mainstream media organization, you're actually competing and breaking news.
True. Very, very often, actually.
Now, this organization, taking a step back, how it all got started, it's kind of grassroots organized, right?
Yeah, started on the East Coast, actually, in the New Jersey area, and then kind of spread from there. 2010 was when we launched, November 9th, I believe. So it's kind of, I believe we're at 800 sites right now across the country.
800 sites. And
Correct.
this is because folks are craving more community information.
And I think they want that timely information as well.
Yeah, they want to know what's going on every single day because something is happening every single day. So you're competing against a weekly newspaper,
And dailies, major metro dailies.
a nightly newscast,
Newscasts.
a cable TV show.
Exactly.
Right. Now, Edina has the patch, but other suburbs around here also have a patch, right?
Correct, yeah. St. Louis Park, Minnetonka, Hopkins, all kind of, we work together. It's a regional regional thing, and all throughout the metro area, actually.
Now, you're not city-owned. You're actually plugged into an even larger network.
Yes, we're owned by AOL, so we have our corporate overlords who we love, and they bought Patch a few years ago, and they kind of manage everything from above.
And again, this is because the World Wide Web is covering community news. So folks moving from one place to another can plug into a community off the internet.
Correct, yeah. I mean, there isn't a Patch everywhere, but in most states we are already. So say you move from Edina to Wisconsin somewhere, there's probably a Patch there. I mean, I know there's one in Hudson for sure, so we cover the entire country, actually.
Now, how do you go about deciding what makes news every day?
You know, we work with our regional editors, like I said, so we kind of bounce ideas off of them, talk to each other, you know, the neighboring Patch editors. We'll kind of work together and run ideas past each other to see, you know, what we think is news. And it's really a lot of our judgment as well. I mean, if I think it's newsworthy, I'll go with it.
But that's also what any newsroom does.
Exactly.
I mean, there are tons of ideas.
Not everything
Only
makes
so
it.
much can fit a broadcast or
Although
a print
we do have
publication.
infinite real estate on the web, so that's the nice
Well,
thing.
that's true. That's true.
We're not ready to fit anything or trying to, you know, fit
But
certain time
these
frames.
Patch web papers, if you will, you don't have a newsroom to bounce ideas off. You're actually bouncing ideas off the public, and you do that through social media.
Correct, yeah. We use Twitter, we use Facebook. We'll kind of crowdsource ideas, try to get feedback from people on stories as well. If we run a story on a dog park, you know, we'll ask people, hey, what do you think about this? Do you use the dog park? You know, things of that sort.
But again, that's where technology is improving information, where we're getting interactive news and information.
Sure.
And it's not just print on the web. You take pictures, you roll video.
We do a little bit of everything, yeah. There's video, there are photo galleries oftentimes from sporting events and things like that.
Wow, what a great journalistic job you have.
Yeah,
Tons
I
of
certainly
fun.
think so. I would agree with you.
Where can we reach you?
You can reach me at edina.patch.com. If you want to email me, it's ryan.gauthier, Gauthier, at patch.com. Or we're on Twitter, Facebook,
Better
Edina
yet,
Patch.
I was just going to say we might as well just
Twitter.com/EdinaPatch,
friend you.
Facebook.com/EdinaPatch.
We'll friend you. Thanks so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Appreciate you covering Edina with In Edina.
Thank you. We try.
We hope you've enjoyed this program all about technology. Thanks so much to you for watching, to our guests for appearing, and special thanks to Microsoft for letting us bring you this program from their beautiful facility, the Microsoft Technology Center here in Edina. You've been watching In Edina. I'm your host, Lillian McDonald. Until next time, make it a great day.